What is up, everyone? Here we have another battle for you guys today. It's a Rome 2 battle. And I should pause that. So today's battle, it's a 4v4 siege in Alexandria. We got Bactria, two Bactrian armies, a Kush, and oh wow, this is terrible. I should know this. I cannot remember that faction army coming at us. So the game was that these three main armies, the two Bactrian armies and the Kush army, would launch their assault on our settlement here. I'm playing Pontus. Oh, what else is there? Wow, this is terrible. I should know these factions. I should seriously know these factions. Yep, so I'm playing Pontus. Joe on it. He's another YouTuber. He's in this settlement with me, as well as Danger Void. He was helping with Joe's armor videos. I'll put a link to Joe's channel, and if Danger Void has a channel, I'll put one to his channel as well in the description, so you guys can go check it out. Yeah, so it's us three defending against the three enemy armies. Out here is a fleet. This fleet has orders. It's like a naval strike from the sea, basically. So the player who's commanding this fleet has orders to wait 15 minutes. And then once that 15 minutes is up, they can move into the port or the beach and push up through here and try and take the center. Yeah, that's what they have to do. Unless if these other three armies do that before they enter. So, army comps, as I'm playing Pontus, I'm just mainly bringing hoplites, pikes. What else have I got? I've got I've got Pontic Royal Cav, a unit of Citizen Cav. That's not my general. My general is this Bronzehead Pikeman. Another 2 unit of hoplites there. Another unit of hoplites there. About 5 units of mercenary Celtic warriors. 2 units of Pontipeltists. 3 units of Eastern Archers, or maybe 2. More warriors, Eastern Archers. I've got some mercenary naked swords as well. Yep, more Celtic warriors. Joe's watch. Well, my allies are bringing Libyan infantry, mercenary Cretan archers, more Libyan infantry, mercenary noble fighters, which are good. Oh yes, I had mentioned my Pontic Royal Cav, noble horse, mercenary Capadon Cav, noble Cav, some more Libyan infantry, Syrian archers, Galatian legionaries. Galatia, that's what I was playing. More legionnaires, Syrian archers, more legionnaires over here. Kush is bringing Armored Desert Cav, about 4 units of the Royal Kushite archers, about, are these all armored Shotels? I think about 2 armored Shotels, 3 units of Shotel warriors, 8 units of Kushite slave infantry, African giant ballista, and his general in the Kushite Royal Guard unit. The first Bactrian army is bringing in 2 units of elephants. Oh yeah, it's just the one of the elephants. This is gonna be fun. Unit of Battery Royal Cav, Thorax Swordsmen, Mercenary Syrian Archers, more Thorax Swordsmen, a Greek Giant Ballista, Bactrian Hillmen, Eastern Spearmen, more Bactrian Hillmen, Thorax Swords, basically, yeah. Over here, for the other Bactrian army, it's pretty much the same. Royal Cav, Elephants, Thorax Swords, Bactrian Hillmen, Mercenary Archers, Elite Persian Archers, Greek Giant Ballista, Thorax Swords, and a unit of Eastern Spearmen on the ram. So why don't we just get this one started off, because it starts really quickly. So then we can just watch. Let's go. So this Bactrian army is just starting to shell the wall over here. They didn't really push up much during the first few minutes. They just were trying to peg it, not peg us, whittle us down with like fire from the towers and like ballistas and catapults. Well, ballistas. They're just trying to knock down that wall. Try and knock down the walls, which they will successfully do. But it is slightly a slow battle to start off with. And main reason my merc swords were on that wall was just in case he did push his towers up, just to try and hold them off, at least hold the troops and the towers off, while I can move up reinforcements like Merc Celtics or Hoplites. Over this side, it's basically the same. They're trying to hammer holes in the walls. Kush isn't really doing anything. He's moving one siege tower up, which is interesting because it's one. The defenders and I were just talking, and we were figuring out that they're probably just going to wait 10 minutes for this army, because then they know we'll have to expend resources, and maybe reserves to try and hold this area away from them. So they're still bashing holes in the wall. Over here it's poised. Oh no, over here. Batcher's pushing up Hillmen over this side. Just one single unit of Hillmen, which is extremely odd. Into a unit of my Merc Naked Swords. Towers and archers are just getting shots on them. Mainly the towers. And I realised about how he was bombing this wall. He already opened up a gap here, and then as he started to pummel that wall, I was like, yeah, I'm getting my Merc Celtics off, my Mercenary Naked Swords off that wall, and still trying to hold this one. Getting some archer support from my Eastern Archers over there, routing his Battery Hillmen. Well, they're wavering, but they probably will rout. I'm just worried about this gap, because as it is obvious, he's going to open up two parts of the wall, which will make me harder for me to defend, because, well, it's two parts of it's more open space, so he can funnel more troops in, which means then I have to spread my troops thinner to try and hold the gap. And my reserves, I should have Even though I do have reserves nearby, I should have pushed some more of them out. Oh, I'm just swapping out that unit of pikemen to set up a pike wall across there for when units start coming in, and move that unit hoplites just so I have nothing in reserve. I forgot to realise that I did set my archers on fire at will, which I shouldn't have, and they're wasting ammo, which I hopefully do realise soon, because I'm just wasting a lot of ammo just fine at that. As you can see, it's still trying to batter down the walls. Battery on this side, just pushing up some towers now, like 3 of them. Kush has 1 tower just sitting off the side, not really moving. There's 3, 4, 5 more towers moving up. 6 actually, or 7. 3, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 more towers moving up, and he's maneuvering his armored desert cavalry. Oh, I must have seen that. It must have been hidden. Sorry about that. Some of these units are still hidden. It's hard to tell. And they've also opened up a breach in the wall here, with attempting to bash another one in. Over this side, the ram is reaching the gate, and he hasn't really pushed anything into that gap yet, which I should have, unless if I'm doing, no I'm not, I should have moved like that unit of hoplites, that unit and that unit of hoplites into that gap, but when I remember why I didn't, was because that ballista and the scorpions on top of the siege towers were just pelting me with archers. We have a sally out. Well, we sallied out our cav to try and just get out here so we can try and cause some damage. Attack towers, men in towers, just to try and hold them off. And just to try and circle around and try and hit Kush, because Kush wasn't doing anything. He's still moving up, but he's got most of his army still in the rear. The Battery and Hillman that tried to land up here are dead. Now, the gap's still open. He hasn't made any attempt to push in it yet. The gate is open, and I'm reorganizing just men in front of the gate just to hold it. 2 units of Milk Celtic Warriors. Over here, Battery's 1 tower's almost reached the wall. And we're just doing cycle charges on units, on Battery and Hillman. And as you can see, he's pulled back completely, because he's just wondering what the hell we're going to try and do with our cav. I'm going to try and do a charge on the men on that tower over here. Well, only 1 tower moves up on this side. The fight at the gate's going well. The Eastern Spearmen manning the ram running away. Kush is moving up towers, but he's not putting them on the walls yet for some reason. Maybe, oh no, he's dismounting tower. He's moved a unit of Shotel boys out of the tower, because we've still got our cav moving around out here, just getting charges out on enemy units. This battery is pushing forward, just trying to basically, maybe a distraction, maybe, if they're thinking we're trying to micro our cav over there and not paying attention to this side. Who knows? Yes, so cav's still going rampant over here. We're just trying to get as much damage as we could on particularly Kush, because Kush is a good faction. This battery is now moving everything up, including his elephants, which is fun. my Pontycrow Cav is still engaged with that unit battery in Hillman, which I hope I am going to pull that out soon because his entire freaking army's coming. This battery landed another unit of Hillman on the walls. They're making it easy for us just to pick them off because they're just setting Hillman, mainly Hillman on our walls. Mainly singular units, which we can just pick off. And I just realized these mercenary Syrian archers can now just fire into my Pontycrow Cav, which I hopefully soon will tell them to disengage, because they're going to get massacred under that. Oh yeah, they're going to get massacred under that fire. Yeah, that's, yep, and then that's the order I gave them to move. Over on this side, we've still got Cav going rampant. We're holding off their attack a little bit. Kush has actually pushed men onto the wall. Kush has actually pushed some slave infantry onto the wall. This is Joe. Yes, this is Joe. Joe's moving up some Galatian legionaries to help combat that. We still have defenses that are waiting for that. That will happen soon. Batra's just sitting back, moving Fusions up, and now I see he is going for the gap. Which now I'm pushing up some mercenary Celtic Warriors just to hold the gap at the moment. Over this side, Batra is not really doing much. He's pulled back a lot more. He's just reconsolidating. The Kush player, he's mainly just trying to defend against the cavalry. Oh, is that the boats moving? Oh, not yet. Thought I saw one of the oars moving. Yep. This is Danger Void. He's just moving up some men just to cover the tower that's pushing up on that wall. Yeah, I got warriors into this gap, but I didn't get many. I only got 2 units of mercenary Celtic warriors. Against the Thorax swords, they're sorta even. I've just trying to move out some archers to try and just help. That tower's firing in. And as you can see, I'm moving up my reserve hoplites from back here to try and assist. Now this battery over here is becoming more offensive. He's moving up his archers because he wants to give some archer support. That fight, he's almost won that fight. Oh, there is a unit of Libyan infantry down there though, which probably could go in and help on the walls. The Cav's still going rampant out here. We're just annoying his reserves and his assault forces, so he can put less warriors on the wall, so we can just try and slow him down. We still have a decent amount of reserves, but Dispatcher is just moving up a large force. Sword swords, mainly. And over here, Dispatcher is just starting to push in now. He's putting more units into the fray, and he's got his mercenary Syrian archers just sitting out here. Except I'm trying to return fire with my archers. I'm trying to hide them behind my hoplites, but that's not really working. And which that last volley made my archers rout, which wasn't that good. I wasn't that happy about it. I'm still slightly holding this gap with mercenary Celtic warriors mainly. I did move my hoplites out of the archer firing range though, because I don't want to lose hoplites. On this wall, it's the Lumen infantry going to win that fight, but the amount of he's pushing up about 5 units of thorax swords, and then there's one already in here. Danger Boy just pulled like a pincher movement on this unit of thorax swords, just pinning them into place, except, oh no, he's running off, because he's, oh yeah, now they're moving up units through the gap. Over this side, with Kush, the Cavs still going, still harassing the Kush player, which means he can't really land any units on the walls. He does have one unit of Kushite slave infantry just up there, but they're taking fire. And they're moving, and it's just annoying them, basically, harassment. And now it's been, I think the agreed time was 15 minutes. And now the naval fleet, the naval reinforcement / assault fleet's moving up, which then will probably land in this port, which we will soon notice and divert men to, I presume. I assume we did. There's no units coming to the gate. He's making a really heavy push here, and because my units of Celtic warriors that were here, that were holding, routed, and it was actually my mistake, my reserves that I had were mainly over there. There was a unit behind here, but that was the unit I moved up to there. And my reserves were too far back, in fairness, to assist, which I should have had them closer to the front line. So that's why he's sort of got a breach in, and now he's targeting my archers, the unit of archers, which just, well, routed. I'm pushing my hoplites in, just trying to hold the gap if I can. And yep, I'm moving up another unit of hoplites. Well, 2 units of hoplites. Just attempting to hold, which leaves my reserves pretty not that good, because I only have like 1 unit of hoplites left. Danger Boy's moving some archers to assist me over here when these forces land. The Thracian forces over there land. The Kushite forces aren't really doing any offensive yet, because the Cavs still having a little bit of go at them, but not a large go, just medium sort of style thing. Joe's pulling back his swords, because we do now realize the threat of the naval, and we do have to deal with it. We do have to deal with it over here. Except, as I'm attempting to defend this as best as I can, I've got peltists, hoplites, just trying to hold. I see something that disturbs me greatly. A unit of Indian armored elephants and a unit of Indian war elephants, which you'll see what he's going to do. He's moving more thorax swords up to try and take the gap. The constant heavy archer fires just causing my men to rout, because it's just annoying, and it does a lot to your morale when you're just getting pounded by arrows. On this wall, my mercenary naked swords are just fighting these thorax swords, trying to kill them. Well, they routed them. And yeah, I assume the first naval forces are starting to pull in now. We have some assets. There's some Galatian swords, archers. There's 2 units of mercenary Iberian swordsmen. I got 2 units of pikes there as well. And now I'm moving my final reserve unit of hoplites up to that wall. Up to the gap, the breach. Because he seems to mainly be focusing on the breach. And I'm trying to keep this breach shut. By just chucking men into it. And as my archers, I think, were pretty much out of ammo, I assume, I'm just trying to chuck as many men in there to try and hold the gap. As you can tell, this entire site's still open. And then there's like 24 odd elephants coming towards me. Which isn't good. On this side, the elephants are starting to begin their assault. On this side, this battery players elephants are moving in. On this side, Kush is starting to push up more now. After the cav, he's just pushing up more infantry, trying to do it. The first units of the naval force are landing, mainly over here. Just mainly trying to hold, well, I'm not trying to hold, just trying to at least cap in that arrow tower over there. Just trying to land, consolidate, then they'll start their offensive most likely. Joe's moving a couple units of Galatian swords over my side, but I've started a retreat to consolidate because these elephants are just making my men go mad and are killing them. Yeah, look at that. Look at how many that Peltas is just dropping. I managed to get my mercenary naked swords out. I've basically lost everything I had there. Because it's either routed or it's going to die. I think the one unit I'm only going to get back is mercenary naked swords. I informed Joe about my retreat, so he's pulling his Galatian swords off now because if he went in alone, they'll just die. I put my final reserve unit of hoplites just in here. And I was trying to set up my pikemen there, but I knew I wouldn't get it there in time, just to stop the elephants. And those elephants just came faster than I anticipated. I'm trying to reorganize to fight the elephants. Get my pikes at least deployed in some semblance of a pike wall. Which and then order the assault. Pushing the other unit of pikemen that was there to try and hold. Naval assault force is pushing up now. It's causing us to, still divert men over there. As my men are almost dead. My men are almost dead. I still have some hoplites and some mercenary naked swords, as well as some cav. I think I've still got. Yes, I've still got some cav. So these Indian army elephants are just decimating our men. They've killed like most of my hoplite unit, and they're still pushing up, which is greatly annoying. I should have been more aggressive with my pikemen, in all fairness, because pike should have probably stopped these elephants. But, well, I didn't move them up. They were making my mercenary naked swords just rout. I'm pushing up my pikemen now to attempt to form a line. I should be forming a line there, over here, to try and catch these ones. Except then, I didn't notice these ones. Oh, are they? They might be going through there because, oh no. Yeah, Joe's Galatian Legionary is set up there. So then now I'm trying to push up my pikemen over to this side. To try and, well, counter these elephants. To reform into the wall. And then I didn't see this unit sneak in. And then I'm just trying to engage these elephants. And then there's another unit of Indian war elephants coming straight in. Then I ordered these these pikemen to go push into these elephants. Yeah, and then they just get charged, as you can see. Just had to try a little cinematic. My citizen cap come in, trying to reinforce, reform, and get them off. Me. Kill a couple. They actually did kill a couple elephants. Except I did lose a lot of men. About 20 odd, maybe 30. The naval force is still pushing up on this side. The mercenary Iberian swordsmen are trying to hold, but their numbers are quite low and they're overly outnumbered. Kush is beginning to push more and more into the settlement. Now they've got Shotel warriors pushing forward, armored Shotels. They've got Kushite slave infantry just trying to support over here, and they're trying to just clear us out. Bactria, Dispatcher factions lost a lot, but he's still moving a lot in. And the Bactrian faction I was facing still had a lot of men left after our skirmish over here, and he's moving them in as well. And now there's a fight in the center that we're just trying to hold, basically. My pikes and cav are just trying to engage these elephants, just to try and hold. I'm sending that small tiny unit of hoplites to try and take that unit of thorax swords. Except then he's moving more hillmen up, which isn't going to be fun. I'm pushing my pikes up just because I want the threat of these elephants dead. It should be good. We still have some semblance of an army between all three of us that are defending. Which then we are. I'm trying to reorganize my pikes. Joe's pulling back his Galatian swords from this side. He's setting up some mercenary Syrian archers. Dendroboids, Cav, well, his generals pulling back. Batteries moving up what they've got left, basically. That battery over here. Over here. He's pulling back, man. He's sending now Dendroboids putting some fire and using these mercenary noble fighters to put some fire on these Shotel warriors. But then those Shotel warriors just throw their javies at them. And now they're engaging. Oh, that was a good kill. Some more armored Shotel warriors are moving in on Joe's side. Battery is still pushing on this side. I'm just getting javies thrown at my unit of hoplites. Just trying to. And now my hoplites are routing. I do have a unit of pikes set up over here. I think that's is that all I got left? Pikes. I think that's all I've got left. Except then I try to set up a defense over here because the naval assault force is just cleaned up over here. there's a few little Kush, there's one Kush unit of slave infantry. Where am I trying to set up with these? Oh, doesn't mark it on the map. Oh, there. Because Kush can just push through here as well, so I don't want to set up too far ahead because then I can get outflanked. So I'm just trying to set up. I've still got unit pikes. Well, there you go. I didn't realize it, but then at this time, because I was trying to manage over there, as well as moving my cav somewhere. I don't know what I'm doing. My Bronze Shield Pikeman's alive, which is my general's unit, and I think my general's still alive in it. I don't know if Gingerboard realized his general's just getting... No, now he did. His general's getting engaged by Thracian Warriors. And more of the naval army's moving up. Bactria on this side is now pushing up more. They're pushing up more units. We are down to the last of what we've got because I barely have 100. Oh, I was gonna say I barely have 100 men. That's unit. I barely have probably about I barely probably have about half 1,000 men. Barely. Maybe just a bit under half 1,000 men. These Galatian legionaries are just fighting some armored hotels, basically just trying to hold them back. Archer fires just coming in and just decimating these archers. We're basically just fighting with everything we got here because the balance of power is way out in our favour. They've got more infantry, they've got more archers that can be used as infantry. They've still got elephants. Oh well, elephants that are out of control, but can still come back into control, depending on circumstances. Archers, a lot more archers that you can just push in. Still got some thorax swords. Still got general's unit. And they still have an entire fresh army from the naval force that's just moving in. I didn't see him. He did flank some Thracian warriors on my flank. I didn't see it. I should have noticed it, but I didn't see it. And he snuck around behind my pikes, which then is now causing my pikes to out. Because, well, my men are outnumbered. And there goes my pikemen. My units are outing. What have I got left? I have one unit of pikemen, which are going to out. And I think that just caused it mass out and everything else. Yes, it did. That is the end of that one. Let's go to this battle end. Yep, here we are at the end. Dan was playing Carthage, Joe was playing Galatia, Dave was playing Kush. The two batches were played by Lance and Silent Fart, and the Egyptian Kingdom was played by Beastman. I got 1127 kills with my Mercenary Naked Swords getting the most kills at 220. That's good. Dan got 2,228 kills with his Mercenary Noble Fighters, with Bronze Selvon 2, getting 358 kills. That's good. Sergeant Major Joe on it. I'll put a link to his channel in my description. His highest unit got 264 kills, which were unit Galatian Swords. Dave DeVassal got 161 as his most kills with the unit Shoto Warriors. Lance got his most kills with his Indian and War Elephants at 529 kills. Silent Fart got most of his kills with his Indian Armed Elephants at 652 kills. And Beastman got 108 with a unit of Thracian Warriors. So, thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked the battle. We fought to the end, basically. So, Hope you like it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Recommend it to your friends. And hope you guys have a good day. Peace.